everybody, Joel Pal Brian Hunt. Welcome to another episode of 60 Seconds of Risk. And today I want to do a little further digging into the concept of resiliency and knowing what your worst case scenarios are. What is your Achilles heel? And in prior episodes, we've talked about the risk of losing electricity or utilities, ingress, egress, as far as can't get in and out of the facility because of bridge collapse or road collapse. So what do? Cyber disruptions. A lot of things can go wrong, a bump in the middle of the night that can prevent you from, making money. And so I want to talk to you about a scenario I personally saw firsthand a couple weeks back, which kind of floored me as far as what happened and why they shut down operations, but you'll understand as I walk you through it. So horse racing is popular around the country, and it's obviously something that's done here in Texas. We have a nice facility over here in Dallas, and we also get surrounding facilities in the other states like Oklahoma. So a couple weeks back, I was at an event. My company was hosting some clients and some friends to go to the horse races one evening. And I'm not really a gambler, but I do like going to these events. It's fun. It's different. You eat and drink, talk to people, and see the horses run. It's going to be fun. And so I was at an event recently, and we had a great weather. It was perfect. Not a cloud in the sky. Facility was open. I went out there early. We had a nice, beautiful banquet hall facility on the top level. We had a nice buffet line, and bartender, and great gathering of people. And also from that facility, you can see a kind of a balcony overlooking the horse races. And the horses there, they're getting ready to go. And out there in the big screen, like a big jumbotron screen out there in the middle of the infield, all of a sudden this image popped up that says, due to technical difficulties, all horse races have been canceled for the day. And my thing is, what prevents a horse from racing? What's the technical difficulty? And what is I'm going to explore you is it's really a question of how an event occurred that was going to disrupt their revenue for the day and whether or not it made sense to operate knowing they were going to lose revenue. Let me walk you through it. Let's assume this, you've been to a horse track and it looks like a horse track, and people go here. And yes, you can make wagers at the facility. But also as a result of technology and how things are done, you can simulcast the race here to different sportsbook areas. And now with technology on betting apps where people around the country, around the world, can now place bets on that one horse race going on in that facility. But that being technology, you need your infrastructure to work. And a lot of things, fiber optic cables are what allows people to transmit data over distance, over countries and space, and be real time. Well, in this particular situation, before the races occurred, and I learned this firsthand from what happened from the director of facilities and maintenance, a Gopher cut the fiber optic line that was going to allow the horse tracks to simulcast to all the different locations around the country, around the world. And well, why would that be an issue? Well, here's the deal. Someone places a bet here, it's going to get that money comes back to the facility here. So actually, and this is the kind of thing I didn't realize this, you think about what's happened with COVID, people go out less, whether it be the movie theaters or horse track facilities, because technology allows them to do bets on the betting app. So there's less of incentive to go out, or less social, unfortunately. But that's how these racetracks can make more money, is by using technology to get a cut of what happens in Atlantic City or Vegas or Chicago or betting apps. They all get a cut, and it gets back towards the host facility. So in this situation, before the first horse race occurred, the Gopher cut the cable. They made the determination probably get back up in time. And so they cancel all races. And I go, wow, that seems short-sighted, right? Because you got people here locally, but that's the thing. Fewer people go to horse races live, and more of it's been done remotely. So in this situation, this firm, a lot of horse racing is done and sanctioned, and it's very regulated, and they require a lot of disclosure of financial information to the state, which is publicly available. I used Copilot to help come up with an idea as far as what was the potential lost revenue for one day of disruption. Well, based upon this incident, this facility was going to be out roughly $80,000 for lost one day. What that represents, more like a substantial more money was being bet across the different network. They get a cut, and the cut of all these bets was roughly $80,000. So the facility had to make a decision because, okay, they're going to be down $80,000. First race hasn't occurred. What do you end up doing? Well, not showing them at their contracts, but they're probably telling a lot of the people who are hourly, go home. we're not going to generate the revenue. So they told the wait staff, the attendees, security, bartenders, people running the actual betting facilities, just go home. We're not racing. So, I mean, obviously it was kind of disappointing because we had a lot of group of people wanting to go there and come to this event, but we had free food and booze and we had a good time and people socialized. We stayed until we shut it down. But it was just kind of a damper. It's like, geez, I was looking forward to seeing the horse races. So that just reinforces the fact as an organization, you need to stop and look at your organization, look at an enterprise risk management level, understand what your potential Achilles heels are, and determine what risk mitigation strategies you can do to try to reduce or eliminate that risk. Now, I'm not sure what happened, where the cut actually occurred, but in similar situations, I know working in the past with different industries, if that single line is so critical, what you maybe want to do is encase it in concrete or put like going through a cast iron steel tube so the fiber optic goes through that, so that you're preventing things like gophers or tree trunks growing that would cut that line. As that's a big thing too, especially when you have like people doing construction. You always want to know where the line is, whether it be fiber optic or gas or electric. You want to know those lines out before you cut it, because you can save yourself a lot of time in disasters and maybe potential death. Fortunately, it's just a gopher. Don't know if the gopher died or not, but I do know we didn't get to see any races that day. So hopefully, guys, you found this beneficial. Like all things, guys, if there's a certain topic or individuals you want to see, please post that on LinkedIn. You can also find this video and all my other videos at my YouTube channel. And you can also subscribe to and find the video links to these videos on the website formerly known as Twitter, Substack, Facebook, and Blue Sky. Until next time, guys. Bye.